Greetings Librans, a warm welcome to you. Hey, thanks for joining me guys. This is your August reading for 2021. Now you may notice a change of view as we start our readings. I've decided to transport you through the portal of time and distance into the window view that I have from my office. You're looking at a couple of trees, a camellia and a Michaela tree, with little mandarin halves stuck on the branches, and that's to feed the native birds that come by. So if we're lucky, we'll see some pop in while I'm focused on this part of the reading before we get to your cards. We're moving into August. This is the reading for August. I am doing it on the 21st of July. So just past the midway point of July, and we know that July has been a very difficult month. There have been a lot of arduous planetary movements around, and that in turn always takes its toll on us at this end. I think as we move into August, we will still see some of the intensity of the work being done in the background, and as we move forward into the 20s, we will notice this kind of combustion of energies. It's a cycle of the bigger outer planets in particular that is creating the movement, if you like. It's the turning of the big wheel. It's the cycle of evolution, and we are part of that evolutionary process. So with that in mind, I will move into the messages I got for you before starting your reading, some intuitive and psychic messages that I tuned into. So for Libra, I got these messages. The angel of love is around you, and there's a feeling of walking away from something. Now, I actually did these messages last week, and I had thought I'd done the Libra reading. If I had actually done it, then I didn't go ahead and format it into the video. So consequently, I am making another whole Libra video. I'll be interested to see if the same type of messages pop back up that I believe were there in the previous video that I made. Perhaps it was another time and dimension that I did that reading. But anyhow, the angel of love, walking away from something. And it says there's a lot of pink around you. And then I thought of rose quartz, and I underlined the heart. I said your raw, light passions and love. There's a feeling of this being initiated or activated or being brought to your presence or to your attention for the month of August, but also for this July, any time in that you're actually listening to this. It says love yourself unconditionally. Now then that's the notes I took last week. Then I came to the here and now, and I began to focus myself on your energies coming in through the cosmic realms. And oftentimes when I do a reading, I have a background YouTube video on, like a vibrational energy video. And the one that I picked for you, which really caught my eye and seemed to manifest itself even stronger, is one by the group Meditative Mind. And I listen to a lot of their beautiful videos. They have a lot of frequency videos. The one that I tuned into for you, which I'm still watching in the background, or it's still reverberating so that you can pick this energy field up through the video as you listen. It's called Om So Hum. And it's being sung by a choir. So the sound is being amplified. Om So Hum. Now, if we read a little bit about that, which I will read for you, it says it's derived from Sanskrit and literally means I am that. It means identifying oneself with the universe or ultimate reality. As we meditate on this, we realize we are all one. We have all come from one infinite source, and a part of that infinite source is present in all of us. We are all connected. You are the same as I am. Om is the sound of the universe. Om So Hum. I am the universe. I am part of it. I am connected to the infinite source. So I thought those words could be very profound. They could be very securing, grounding. They could help you to expand. They could create expansion for you. So whatever you happen to be going through at this point in the year, in your life, May those words of connection and groundedness and strength and love somehow grab you and bring you together to feel the connectedness of all that is, so that you know you're never alone as well. So fairly powerful beginning to your reading there. I do have a Libran friend, pal, that we've met through the channel work, and I know she is going through a little bit of sadness at the moment. So my heart goes out to you. I hope you tune in to listen to this reading and enjoy the words and the energies that are coming your way. And so just before I take the camera away from the view outside my window, that is one of the beautiful tuis that have just come on to the tree to sample the beautiful sweet mandarins that they enjoy drinking from, the nectar of life, if you like. So I will now just wind this back a little bit, and I will bring you back down to where we will be doing the reading. We will start with this John Holland deck. This is for Libra for August 2021. What is in store for them? What is it that they should focus upon, listen to, understand, be at one with? So there's the shadow, which is the moon, and the authority card, which is the emperor. So two major arcana cards have come out for you, which makes me think that you are in a time frame of a fairly intense set of energy fields around you. This moon card, I really like the way John Holland has worked with this when he calls it the shadow. This is actually the same person. This is the main one that's being lit, if you like, possibly by the sun up here. And he is looking at this one, who they're both holding this mace together. But this is just him. It's him in the shadows. So the moon card can make us come to understand that our shadow self, or the side of us that is the more emotional perhaps, the one that we maybe don't face all the time, the one that we are working on, once we integrate that into the part that is easier to work with, the one that is more often on display, then we come to be whole. We come to understand that there's no disconnection, there's no hiding from the other half of ourselves or from the other part of life either. So when that immersion takes place and we feel ourselves become one, we're much stronger. We exist at a far greater power to enable ourselves this strength. And this is like the authority card. He exudes this amazing strength there. He's often known as an Aries type energy. He resembles sometimes the fourth month of the year, so April or March. He can be a timekeeper in as much that something that started in April or March may be taking a vent now, or may be coming into formation or making itself known. It may have been this March or April, or it could be referring to a time frame that takes you through to next March or April, or even begins next year in 2022 around that time. He can also be someone who is like a mentor in your life, and sometimes an older Aries type person, or maybe a fire sign person. If he's a mentor, he could be offering you great insight or wisdom or knowledge at many different perspectives in life. It could be physical realms such as money or job situations, or just day-to-day living situations. If he is a mentor of the mind, he could be helping with this shadow work that is taking place, that you might be moving through different aspects of your psyche or yourself. When the moon comes out, it can often be a very, very emotional time, and we can be delivered different stances of our being, of what we are, of how we react to certain circumstances as well. I also think of the moon card as referring to perhaps the time when we've just come out of the eclipses, which was May and June, and you guys may have been in the line of activation from those eclipses. Now the energy field of them will be playing through very, very strongly in and around this July and August period. So something from the eclipses may also be setting you up, preparing you to move forward and preparing you to gain authority or strength, because this could be referring to yourself. You know, when, as I said before, we merge our shadow self into the complete part of us, we gain much more self-strength and authority in many ways. We have authority over ourselves in particular, but then we can have authority over the way we want our lives to go forward too. So a great start to your reading with these two major arcana cards. I will just push them back a little bit and carry on shuffling. This is for Libra for August 2021. What is it you would like them to focus on, understand, meditate with? For Libra. Recognition and reward, another lovely card. That is basically the Three of Pentacles. I'll just shuffle these off screen for you guys. Makes it a little bit easier. Oh, and in saying that, one just shot onto the floor. Another three. Rejoice in celebration. So 2 3s coming in. Let's just see one more card from this deck for Libra. That is the Three of Cups, so the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups there. The Five of Pentacles and the Four, the Heart Chakra Energy card. They both came out together. So we've talked about those two at the top. If we bring these four down that have turned up, and I will move the camera up a little bit so we can sort of see them all. We have the Five of Pentacles, which I'll put over here. It's not necessarily anyone's favourite, and we will address that when we come to it. It's been out a couple of times lately. It makes me feel somehow that maybe finances in and around this time period globally may have some adjustment that takes place. So it might not necessarily be deeply personally affecting you, but it might be more of a global energy that's being picked up for some of the readings. We have the Heart Chakra, then the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Both of these are very much about celebration and recognition and feeling happy and being rewarded, and awards as well. This one in particular can be receiving something, especially in terms of a career, or maybe even around finances, which is why this almost tends to outweigh this one over here. Some of you may have finished a degree or a certification of some type, or you may be collaborating with someone, especially in a workplace, and sometimes it's actually collaborating with 3 people. But if it's not 3, often this means working in a group, and this means a group as well. So it feels as though groups of people may be important or relevant to you as you move through this month of August. This can be a promotion, as I say, a recognition, acknowledgement of some work that you have done very well, and other people appreciate it. It can also be almost like a public recognition or public award that comes your way too. So it's a great card to receive. You should feel very proud of yourself when a card like this comes into your reading, because this is showing your successes, and your successes are important and valuable, and they mean something to other people as well. If we look at this one, Rejoice in Celebration, the Three of Cups, it's often the card where we think of great happy events or occasions that we might attend. It can be meeting up with people from the past whom you haven't seen in a while, attending things like weddings or 21sts or the birth of a baby, happy celebratory events. It can also be rejoicing going back in time, like a school reunion, or going back to places that you used to live where there was great happiness and harmony. These people around you can be a support network as well, and they can be very nurturing for you and offer you physical or emotional support, and vice versa. You may be offering them support one way or another as well. We come to, I'll leave the Heart Chakra for last actually. We come to the financial and material changes, the Five of Pentacles. It's not the nicest. It sometimes means a short-term feeling of needing to adjust your financial circumstances. So sometimes there may be a shortfall in payments coming your way when you were expecting payments and they don't turn up. They may be a time where you wanted a pay rise and it doesn't quite come in. Yet this one over here is really pointing to the opposite. So we're sitting with something, both of these project so much positivity and happiness and support and nurture, and this one is seemingly taking away from it. I also see that this one sitting under the shadow card, if you like, is almost working more in line with the shadow energies, you know, a little bit of that fearfulness or that hidden agenda quality going on. So it might be something that you are hiding from or that you have not been wanting to face, and it could be about finances or a job in particular, or making some changes in that area. It can also be feeling left out of a particular community a little bit. So some of you may feel as though some part of your life or communities have not congregated enough, or you haven't seen enough of them, or you're feeling a bit left out. So how that fits in with these, I'm unsure, but I do think the 5 might be associated with this moon card up here and this shadow card. The moon can traditionally often mean things done at night, in the dark of night. It can also mean 3 people, interestingly enough, and sometimes water sign people, so your Pisces, your Scorpios, Cancer people. It can sometimes mean things like affairs, or 3 people being involved in a love relationship as well. That's another perspective of the shadow or the moon card. But if we come over here to the heart chakra card, which I want to place in the middle of everything, and feel this amazing emerald green energy just pouring into the reading. And I mentioned in the very beginning your messages that I had transcribed for you last week that came from the spirit realm, when it said the angel of love. And of course the heart chakra is where love is brought to us from. That is the emotional place that we feel love. It said you roar, your light and passion and love is coming to you. And it said love yourself so unconditionally. Well, the heart chakra enables this to happen. So if any of you have heart pain at this point in time and feel that you would like it to be released so that you can be free of trauma or pain in the heart, this reading could be very, very cathartic in helping you to open up to that and allow the heart to feel free to enter into the energy field of love again. It may be even that this 5 down here has felt as though you have been disconnected or removed from an aspect of love. That's what this can mean, you know, a feeling of being cut off. So I have somewhere this beautiful calcite manganese heart that I'm going to put on that card to allow the absolute beautiful energies of the pink energy field of love coming through, and that glorious green as well. And towards the end of the reading, just as an extra for those of you who want to stay, what I will do is I will focus totally on that, and I will give you a sound bath with the Tibetan bowl, my special Tibetan bowl, which starts off at the heart chakra and ends up at the 3rd eye, incorporating all of that energy field. And you're welcome to stay and utilize that. I'll do it at the end of the reading for you. So I will put these cards to the side for now. We will stop with that particular deck. I'll put them in towards the back, and I will look at a Doreen Virtue deck and see what's in store for you here from this deck. Whilst the John Holland tarot deck that I just used is a nearly full tarot, it doesn't have court cards in it. So this is a full tarot deck with the court cards, and we will just see if any similar messages pop up for you. I'm already feeling this power wave of love coming through, which is a lovely instigation. We have the 9 of Wands coming through there. Protect the fruits of your labours. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, and environmental conservation. Interestingly, it has come on top of this reddish 5 of Pentacles, and whilst they're not the same, it is talking about some challenges, and I think all of us have challenges to face in this whole year, and you know, probably through for the next few years, given the changes that are coming. So maybe that's a message for you that you can just have in the background and have some preparation or due diligence in place around aspects that could need a little bit of work, or being frugal, or having some savings put aside, or having a plan worked out in case something that you anticipated in your life wasn't going quite as you expect. So this is for Libra for August 2021. What is in store here for them? What should they focus upon? The Ace of Spring. So now you have an Ace of Wands. It is time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. So again, this is a magical card, much nicer than this one here. I will move that one out of sight a little bit more for us from this card, or this deck. Libra, August 2021. The Hermit, another major arcana for you, and another one that refers to things in the dark of night in many ways. So find or be a mentor, take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. Now, interestingly enough, if we go back, the first two cards that arrived, we have the Moon, which is at night. The Hermit card is often shown at night or in the mountains on his own, taking a break, working on his own journey of life, his own understanding or awareness, or bringing the fragmented parts of himself that are out, in the universe, that haven't been fully integrated into making him whole, like the shadow pieces. So these two work hand in hand together. And when it says find or be a mentor, we had the Authority card, and I said to you, this person could well be a mentor for you. It could be too that you become the mentor, because you could become this person of authority, but not necessarily, it doesn't have to be authority. It can be governorship, about passing on life's important lessons, about even within a job or a career, you could be the person that becomes the one to give the knowledge, to pass it on, to share it to others. And that comes back to this card here, the recognition and reward. In gaining that recognition and reward, you have become skilled at something. And so that skill set can be passed back out, and you become the mentor as opposed to the mentee. So there's a wonderful cycle of life moving through this reading for you guys that I feel very poignant, and I feel is taking you onto a step of propulsion and moving forward. So there's some beautiful messages that are coming in from the background here that are really powerful for you to listen to. This is a reading that you could come back to time and time again to uplift the positive field that is surging in the background behind it. And as I say, at the very end is going to be that very special connection with the heart chakra and the calcite manganese energy field and the sound bath. So let us do here for Libra for August 2021 and beyond, and July, what is coming from these cards. These are the Energy Oracle Healing deck. You have the Sun and a woman holding a coin. So the Sun is magic and bliss, euphoria. It's the energy of the so hum, the connection to all that is in the universe. And interestingly enough, it was what was being catapulted from the first video that I mentioned in your reading. The sun was blazing out into the room here, energizing the reading, and it has come back again in the card itself. So the sun protects you, it nurtures you, it gives you great new opportunities and new beginnings, conception of things, pregnancies, children, birth of a child, the meeting of something new or someone new, the birth of new relationships, the birth of new ideas, new jobs, careers. Everything about the sun is magical and warms our hearts. The woman holding a coin, more about money and finances too. Although I sometimes think she seems a little bit stern when we look at her. She could be a person offering to loan you money, but there may be a catch attached to it. So she may think twice, or she may say, yes, I'll loan you some money, but you have to visit me, or I need it paid back in 8 months, or I'll put a higher interest rate on it, or there's a limit to the amount. So for those of you who were applying for a loan for some reason, a loan could very well come through as well at this time. What else is in store here for Libra for August? Boom. A man holding a coin. Now this has happened for one other reading too, and I shuffle the cards. You can see me shuffling them. I can't remember who it was, and maybe, just maybe, this was your reading that I thought I might have done a week ago, but never formatted and formed it into the video process to upload. These two cards came out, the man and the woman holding the coins. So there's this potentiality for some sort of funding increase or a benevolence around your financial prospects. What is it exactly? I don't know. And each of you are individual. So your individual needs will not be the same as the person sitting right next to you. So look into how these coins and the people offering the money may play a role in your life, and what does it mean? Does it mean a pay rise, an increment? Did you find something that you had in your life that you could sell? A piece of artwork or jewellery? Or did you come into money through inheritance or a will? Things along those lines. You know, an investment you made, has that paid dividends? Is also a possibility. You have the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel coming in. This is about the word, the sound. It's also about sound and vibration. He's holding a trumpet as if to say, listen to what you hear. It's very important, and feel into communication. So communication is both hearing and speaking, and Gabriel is helping to clear your throat chakra so you can speak clearly and at the same time be heard, and as well as listen to what comes your way, because within that spectrum there will be some very important and higher vibrational messages that come your way. Also, you may deliver that to other people as well. It's always beautiful to receive an angel when they come in, and to be able to open that area or that aspect of our body. So your throat chakra may have needed some healing, whether it's because you were too sad to speak, or there has been constriction there, whether you've been afraid or worried. You may have had physical problems around the throat chakra, including things like sore throats, teeth problems, thyroid problems as well, because the thyroid also sits in the throat area. We have balance, yin and yang, and of course Librans, you are known as the astrological sign of balance. So bringing yourself back into balance and harmony is where you will benefit most and flow into the essence and the energy of the universe, and that creates manifestation and the bounty of receiving. The last one that came out, a journey, a new journey beginning. So something that you are heading into. It's the start of something new. So I think we will stop with those particular cards for now, and I will shuffle for you one card, preferably just one, from the Animal Oracle deck. This journey card here, if you like, is a little bit like the Fool card, and it's very much a personal journey that you are considering taking and moving into. Again, your particular needs will be very different to the person sitting next to you. So how your journey is evolving is entirely up to you. But again, it's at night. So we've had a lot of cards that have represented night, or the shadow aspects, or being in the darker perspectives, including our wonderful hermit over here, and finding solace within this space and understanding your own journey of merging together and expansion into the universe. So those are very powerful messages right there that are all tied up. 3 different decks of cards that are bringing together some not so frequently or not so commonly addressed aspect of you that might have been a darker part or a shadow part that you could work on to cohesively bring it together to create the light and bring it into the journey of the sun, which is also here underneath. So do you see what I mean? It's a very powerful, very giving, very nurturing reading for you guys. So what spirit guide would like to come out for Libra, and what is the message for them for this month of August and July and beyond? I really feel the readings, although I do them for the month by month, I think they are far more generous in their knowledge giving than just limited to a month perspective. But of course, setting a time frame helps you guys, I guess, to, you know, think upon it and to action upon it, as opposed to leaving it open. This is for Libra. What spirit guide animal is coming for them? I often find these cards take a little while to shuffle. It's as if making that connection to the animal world or kingdom takes us a little bit longer. I'm going to take this one. Moth spirit, surrender now. 39, it's a beautiful red colour. I will read to you from the book, The Moth Spirit Message. What is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when moth spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person, may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excess energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all other pursuits that matter to you. Now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance so that your drive does not cause you to flee or to fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your moth spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. So I hope that message has been able to work its way in for whichever aspect or dynamic of your life could have benefited from hearing about moth spirit. It works a little bit in hand with the shadow energy card, which did happen to be sitting right next to it. So one more card we will pick from. These are Dr. Libby cards. For some reason I can't get my camera down much smaller than that, or much more distant view. I will just shuffle them once and then cut the deck. These are three different aspects. There is emotional, nutritional and biochemical. So I will just cut the deck here. And we have a biochemical one for you guys. Care for your liver. So I will put that down there and read it for you. Your liver contributes to so many processes inside you, including the storage and dissemination of nutrients, as well as detoxification, so you don't accumulate too many harmful substances. It plays a major role in how you feel, function, and look each day. Focus on giving your liver more of what it loves and less of what it doesn't. More bitter foods and herbs like green leafy vegetables, St. Mary's thistle and turmeric, and less alcohol, trans fats, refined sugars and synthetic substances. Start to notice how you feel when you consistently care for your liver. And indeed, the liver is one of our major organs in the body of balance. And we had the yin yang card before that came in. I'm not sure where it's gone now, but that talked to us about balance. And in many ways, it doesn't just have to be balance of the mind or the emotions or the universe as a whole. It can be balance of the internal organs and making sure that everything is flowing and working well. And interestingly enough too, this card, the shadow card, there's a little bit of light shining literally where the liver would be in this part of the body. So I wonder if some of you, for Librans, have had issues with the liver in one way or another, or need to have the liver checked. And you can do that through various liver function tests. You can also help by having these type of foods, going on a liver cleansing diet. There's a lot of diets around that you can look that really help to infuse good health within the body of the liver itself. So thank you guys for listening and for tuning in. I think your reading has been exceptionally beautiful, a real gift to you. And what I'm going to do now, as I said before, I will bring back the heart chakra card for those of you who want to stay. The rest of you, you're welcome to finish the reading, and you know, that's all good and fine. So I will bring this in here and we will bring full attention to this card and energy, and I will get the bowl which is just right beside me, and in fact I will show you. It starts at the heart chakra, as you can see where her hand is, in the position above the heart, and then for some reason, this is a very magical bowl, the energy field moves up to the third eye chakra, and it will really resonate and help this energy here that we see in front of us open your heart chakra and allow the energy field of love to come in. So thank you all for listening, and enjoy the last of this part of your reading. Om So Hum. Blessings, everyone. May you find the peace and love from the heart chakra open up and flow freely into your life. Namaste. Much love.